Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at top 15 meta Pokemon for the next season of the Go Battle League that you need to build. They were really bad before, but now you definitely want to have them for the Open Great League. We already made a video of the top 10 Pokemon for the Open Ultra League that you don't want to build anymore, that were very good this season, but are going to be horrible in the next season. And so now we're going to take a look at basically the opposite side, Pokemon that were horrible this season, but that are really good in the next season. Again, I'm still a little bit hurt, so I'm not going to stand up and make a face cam video here. So hopefully you still enjoy this one. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you're interested in more content towards the new season. Very appreciate the current support on the channel as well. Really cool to see it after a little bit of a dry season before that. So thanks so much for that, and we can move on to the first Pokemon. We're going to have Dunsparce here, from a 168 and no usage anymore. This Pokemon is climbing up, of course, this season to rank 5. That is quite ridiculous. What a jump, even though it actually got a little bit of a nerf as well with Rock Slide. But even having access to the both fast moves of a Rollout as well as Astonish, giving it some nice play. And looking here at the meta ranking, you see 24 wins and 9 losses. That's kind of insane against the current top meta for the new season. For sure, a Pokemon that you should build if you have not built this one yet. And again, a Pokemon that actually had some play for a short amount of time, like a few seasons ago, but nowadays not really having any play. And then again, now for the next season, it's going to be top tier, literally something that you really want to have for the upcoming season. One of those Pokemon going to be also Gastrodon. Being ranked at 158 was kind of like the awkward mud boy around there, was never really worth it to build other than for like the Sinnoh/Hisui Cup. And now it is going to be top meta, ranking at number 6 with the Mud Step buff and actually again with the Body Slam nerf here on it. It's going to be quite ridiculous on how much better this Pokemon is. Getting up to 25 wins and 8 losses seems a bit ridiculous. Hopefully it's not going to be as overpowered as it seems here. But honestly, this Pokemon is going to be one of the best ones here for sure. Clefable from our rank 167, pretty far down there below, with Fairy Wind being buffed and Swift being buffed. This Pokemon is gonna get up to rank 10 for the next season, which is quite amazing as well. Gaining up only actually +1 win, but of course a lot of less losses here. Going to make this Pokemon for sure viable for the next season and like one of the best Pokemon that you can run. Would really imagine that you're going to see this Pokemon in nearly every team. This thing seems insane. Speaking of being insane, we're going to have Pangoro here. Pangoro from a rank 292 up to rank 11 is ridiculous as well. Over 280 ranks climbed there just by a new fast move with Karate Chop, and it's being one of the best new fast, like in general, new fighting type Pokemon, as most counter users are kind of unusable now. This Pokemon is still going to be super usable together with the Machamp, of course. But yeah, this thing here, for sure a Pokemon that is going to be something that you want to run. There, by the way, some Pokemon that are top tier for the new season that are left out of here, mainly because they were already very decent in the seasons before, like for example the Machamp, and so like they are not going to be in the list even though they're worth it. But Pangoro from 292 to rank 11. Kind of similar story we're going to have for Lickilicky being at rank 267 in this season. We're going to see here the change to rank 13 for the upcoming season. Gaining an extra 100 average rating is going to be also kind of crazy again. I really wonder if those win to loss ratio is going to stay the same over the next season, because this seems like really overpowered. Again, this Pokemon is going to be very like, you know, nearly every team. I think that's going to be a great Pokemon to run. And again, it's kind of substituting now for the Lickitung. Lickitung is not needed anymore. Lickitung struggling with the fast move of Lick. Rollout is just a better fast move, and Lickilicky is taking advantage of this. So for sure, Pokemon you want to have for the new season. Funnily enough, Cantonian Marowak is not going to be the biggest upgrade for the next season. This is going to be a different one, but still this thing goes up from 397, completely being unused, to 25, which is going to give it a lot of potential, even though Rock Slide got nerfed, Mudslap plus Bone Club got a buff, and so this Pokemon has a lot of potential, especially against those poison type Pokemon, making it for sure something worth picking up. And even the Shadow variant is going to be maybe even a little bit better than this, so make sure to even build a Shadow variant if you can. Jumpluff also gonna have a huge buff here from 118 to 23. I think the Shadow variant again for this Pokemon is going to be ranked a little bit higher, but climbing up quite a lot of ranks there as well. Here we're gonna see a lot of losses are gonna be gone, especially thanks to the Fairy Wind buff, of course, but mainly because a Wing Attack got nerfed a lot of the main counters for this Pokemon are going to be gone now, and so it's for sure something worth getting. Both forms are fine. Aerial Ace most likely going to be the better charge move to go for instead of the Acrobatics, but if you have Acrobatics, I would most likely try to leave it onto the Pokemon. I feel like it's not really worth to get rid of, but Aerial Ace might be a little bit better in the new season. Next Pokemon going to be Qwilfish. Jotonian Qwilfish is going to be one of those Pokemon again that are going to benefit from the meta change, but also from Poison Sting getting a little bit of a buff there. Getting up now to rank 34 is going to make this Pokemon one of the best Stay Swaps in the new meta, generating a ton of energy, having great coverage with Awkward Tail, Ice Beam, something like I think Such Wave it learns. I think even Blizzard it would learn or something like this. So Qwilfish, definitely something to look forward to. This Pokemon is going to be one of the best Stay Swaps, but I will very likely make another video for top Stay Swaps for the new season anyway. Qwilfish definitely one of them. Being able to just get so much energy and having like such spammy moves is going to give it a lot of potential. So for sure something to look forward to, and definitely also worth building. Another Pokemon that got a little bit of a buff here is going to be Galarian Weezing. This Pokemon is going to be currently ranked at 139 and getting all the way up to 42 as a rank thanks to double buff of Fairy Wind as well as Brutal Swing, giving it a lot more potential as well thanks to its typing. The typing is going to be very crucial for the new meta, as it's going to be allowing you to beat those Fairy type Pokemon, but also still having the Fairy typing for yourself, which is going to be great for the new meta. This thing, definitely something if you have it to build it. Very difficult to get though in like good IVs form. I think it was like one time a global GoFest spawn where I got my best variant of it, but if you didn't have it there, I guess like any IV spread is going to be fine because it's a very unique Pokemon that you cannot really substitute a lot of times, so for sure something worth picking up. Next one is going to be Miltank here. Miltank is going to be again a Pokemon that's going to benefit from the rollout buff. Body Slam nerf again kinda is going to be a little bit annoying for it, but Miltank has great coverage in Thunderbolt and Ice Beam. Giving it Bolt Beam coverage is going to be so great for the current meta as well. And here we're gonna see that the standard moveset is going to be the Thunderbolt for those Water-type Pokemon. Still think this Pokemon going to have a lot of potential. Thunderbolt also going to help you out with Pokemon like Feraligatr. So this thing here definitely gonna get a huge buff on over 120 rating. So that is really, really cool. I think 127 in total. So for sure, very, very cool. Next Pokemon here is going to be the Ursaring. Again, a very ginormous buff from being rank 378 to 84. The Shadow variant, I think, is even in the top 50. So this Pokemon, for sure, especially as a Shadow, going to be worth picking up here. For sure, this Pokemon gonna get access to Swift, being buffed, being now a 35 energy move is going to be definitely lovely also for the Shadow Claw. And then also, in theory, it would have Trailblaze buff there as well on it, which is going to help it out as well. Shadow Pokemon a little bit better than the normal one, but both of them definitely going to be interesting. I think Ursaring, especially the Shadow, is going to be one of the better Stay Swaps for this meta as well, so for sure pick this Pokemon up. Here we're going to have the biggest buff of the season. Again, the Shadow Pokemon would be even a little bit better here as well than the normal. We're going to have the Hex Duknoir, which is going to remove Hex from the moveset there, rather go ahead and go for Astonish, and also the new Shadow Punch. Shadow Ball is kinda needed, I guess, based on what Poke says, but I feel like Dark Balls would also cut it. Or if you want to run the normal variant, I actually would recommend you to maybe go ahead and go and Purify your one. Just trying to go for Return Duknoir for the Great League would be kind of funny. Giving you some interesting coverage there as well, because I feel like Shadow Punch, Shadow Ball, kind of necessary to have together, especially if you have the crazy Astonish damage anyway. So both of them, like both forms are definitely cool, both Shadow as well as the normal variant of Duknoir. But yeah, for sure something to build for the next season. Especially the Shadow variant, especially also for the Ultra League, but this might be a different video. Golurk is, I think, the second biggest buff. Again, also the Shadow variant is going to be a little bit better than the normal variant. Here, the normal variant is going to still be able to increase itself by nearly 400 rating points. Having the Shadow Punch and Mud Step buff going to be crucial, especially as you have also the coverage of Dynamic Punch. And Fighting type coverage is going to be crazy good in the new season, basically, because all the Fighting type Pokemon are going to be gone, making Pokemon that are weak to Fighting way, way better, and making Golurk definitely a very, very good Pokemon to run, just because already the False move is going to do a ton of damage and generates energy quite fast. Then you have a very good cheap charge move that is going to be Stab and doing a ton of damage, and then you have Dynamic Punch as a great coverage move as well. This Pokemon is going to dominate a lot of the, especially like limited metas as well for the upcoming season, for sure worth getting. If you have it, please use it. We have Galarian Moltres. We're going to see here Wing Attack got a nerf, and so it's not really ideal, but it doesn't matter for this Pokemon because it was learning Sucker Punch already, climbing flat 200 points up here for the new season. Seems a little bit weird though that the battle rating here is going to be that much lower, but it is what it is. We're still going to see here this Pokemon having a great rating increase. I guess with the Fairy type Pokemon might not be as ideal all the time, but you can maybe play around it, or you can use it in like limited metas. I think Galarian Moltres with the Sucker Punch buff is going to be one of the Pokemon to look forward to for the new season. And now we're going to have the final one for today. It is going to be the Gengar. Shadow Gengar. Getting access to Shadow Punch again through the Community Day. You cannot really need the Community Day move forward. It is apparently way better than Haunter in the meta for whatever reason, but you want to run Sludge Bomb on it for sure now, as Shadow Punch, Shadow Claw are going to give you great, Ghost type coverage already, but then the Sludge Bomb is going to allow you to hit all those Fairy type Pokemon for super effective damage, nuking Wigglytuff, nuking the Clefable, nuking, I guess, not really the Weezing, because Weezing still has the part Poison typing, but generally speaking, this Pokemon is going to have a lot of potential. The Shadow Pokemon here being ranked at 93 in the top 100 is something we haven't seen in ages for especially such a squishy Pokemon, so I can't wait for Gengar to actually have some play again. And this is going to be my list of Pokemon that are definitely going to be something you want to pick up for the new season. Let me know in the comment section what video do you want to see towards the new season as well. And also a big thanks to my lovely girlfriend for making basically this video possible, because I'm still kinda injured, and so she did all the graphics for this one. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.